Fine, I'm glad to be on your show. Glad to see you in person. We've talked on the air.
This is what's been great about this convention. All of the people I've spoken to on the radio are now sitting face to face, and we're getting some good face time.
Well, I have a commercial, campaign commercial on right now where I'm drawing attention to energy. And as you know, I've been on the floor of the House, one of the 8 that started that revolt on the floor about energy, with the Republicans standing there talking, as of today still, in the 5th week. And I do a commercial where I pat my 3/4-ton Dodge Ram Hemi pickup truck, and I say I love my pickup truck, and then I throw my leg over my Harley, and I say, but I'm riding my Harley more often now because we're all feeling the pinch of energy. One of the reasons I love that pickup truck is because it has Sirius radio on it. I have a chance to listen to you. So
there's been such a great reaction from people here at the convention to Sirius, and we're really proud of that because we've worked very hard to compete in this free market of radio broadcasting.
When you have a conservative channel like that and have a chance to listen to you all, I think I just heard you mention one of the points is that we do get talking points. We get talking points from you and others that are serious.
SER.
Yeah, serious talk show hosts talking about the issues of concern to our society, our freedom. But we also hear the people, and we get a lay of the land of where people's heads are at. And frankly, this is not red state, blue state country. When you get down to those issues of common sense, we are a united country, and I think that's where we need to be. And Republicans, and I like you, I'm a conservative first. I look forward to the day when I can say in a Republican, they say conservative. That's what it is. That's what our platform is. But I look forward to the day when we have the hearts and minds of peoples, not only with the facts that we know, but we've also touched them where they can feel it. They can feel that when we talk about keeping the dollars in the pockets and the wallets of individual citizens and risk takers and entrepreneurs, that produces the economy that blesses us all and has allowed us to bless the world.
Now, your governor seems to be dead in line with the Obama mindset. Here we have a governor from another state that's an energy-producing state. It's a state that has a rural population and has a governor who has done her best for the people of the state by reducing taxes. Should the voters in Michigan be looking to Governor Sarah Palin?
Oh, they ought to be looking to her, and I think they will resonate. I walked in the Labor Day parade on Monday, small community, and you could feel electricity in the air as they were talking to me about Governor Palin. She's common, she's ordinary. Is she really like that, Tim? I said, well, I've not had a chance to meet her up close and personal yet, but when she turned down the bridge to nowhere and said Alaskans can pay for their own bridges, and we don't need the rest of the country to do that, that said a lot about her. In our state, Governor Granholm has taken the exact opposite direction. More government, more taxes, and has taken a proud state of Michigan with an auto industry that set the standard for the world, with manufacturing base set the standard for the world, with an agricultural community set the standard for the world, and she's taken it down the path of socialism that is destroying that state and leaving it in a one-state recession, depression for the last 5 years now. And it's time to change.
Does that break your heart as the representative?
It breaks my heart. I come back from Washington, D.C. of all places, and I step up off the plane in Detroit to a more negative, pessimistic environment than even in Washington, D.C. That's not how it should be. I know the people of my district, people that are hard workers, people that have common sense, traditional values, blue-collar, white-collar, agricultural workers, and auto industry. These people, I think, are finally seeing the light. That if you want the rest of the nation to look like Michigan, with unemployment rampant, with jobs going wanting, with the economy going down, with people losing their homes, then all you have to do, look to Michigan and translate that to Obama presidency that offers everything to everyone, says I'm not going to charge you at all, I'm going to charge big business or the rich people. And ultimately, the people in Michigan are understanding that when you do that, it socks them between the eyes as well.
When we think of Michigan, we think of the northern Midwest. That's where the regular people. Do you find it fascinating that the liberals from the upper west side of Manhattan, with their pinkies out, drinking the martinis, and hey, you know, a good martini once in a while it isn't a bad thing, but it seems like they're trying to figure out how to win regular voters in Michigan while condescending on Sarah Palin, who could be a mom in Michigan or a mom in Alaska. She is America. She is a regular working mother from a regular family that has regular family problems like everyone else. And these people with the pinkies out, and I'm not making a charge that people shouldn't drink with their pinky out or be from the Upper West Side of Manhattan, but it seems the people who are trying to get in touch with average Americans are the people looking down on them at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's a lady who can, before breakfast, shoot a moose and gut it.
Everyone loves the moose.
Yeah.
Everyone
Well,
loves
my wife is similar. Here she is. So she can butcher a white-tailed deer with me. And I think that my constituents look at a Sarah Palin and said, she's got common sense. She's a leader. She's done it. She's the American dream for a woman, especially. She becomes a PTA president. Oh, by the way, all of a sudden she's mayor, governor, and now vice presidential candidate. But she's a hockey mom as well. She has her
And
strengths.
that's Michigan. That's straight
That's
up
Michigan.
That's straight up Michigan.
Hockey town, the USA. But here she is, in her successes and her failures, and her tough points and her exciting points. She comes across as Middle West in our sense of the world. Middle West, common, ordinary, common sense, real person that I can get next to, I can identify with, and oh, by the way, I think like her. And I think that says a lot for the people in Michigan, and I think that's why they're going to support John McCain and Sarah Palin.
I've been asking, we got one last question before we got to take a break. I've been asking every single person who's been sitting here, coming on the Will Count majority, do you think, watching the way the partisan media and the Democrats are attacking her, can you judge the threat they're feeling by the heat of the attack?
You can. You have to. And you can also judge the threat that they're feeling by the number of ums and stuttering that they do in trying to get a message out. Is how do you attack that? How do you attack a guy like John McCain, who has been arguably a balanced budget pusher? He's been a guy that's fought against earmark pork barrel. He's a budget hawk. He's a maverick in a sense that he will push, shove, fight his way to his conclusion, and will change when he's shown that the American people think a different way. And then you add that Sarah Palin aspect to the ticket that says we can go both ways: male, female, rural, urban. We can deal with the issues as common, ordinary people. It's an exciting thing. And the other side, I mean, they're the party of change, aren't they? So they hire for the VP candidate an old white guy with 35 years in status quo Congress that's broken. I mean, that is not a candidate of change. So I'm excited about what we're doing. Of course, I was a Mitt Romney guy. Was with Mitt this morning. Mitt's on board 110%. And I think when they get used to Sarah Palin in Michigan, they'll be just as happy with her as they would have been with Mitt.